Hi, I just finished another journal. I'm going to try to zoom in a little closer today because I noticed that on my last video, it seemed like the camera was too high up. So anyway, this is one I started, oh my goodness, maybe a month or two ago, and I had gotten all the pages ready to stitch in, and I just never finished it. So I thought, well, I'd get it out and finish it. So the book is called The Discovered Country, and it has two signatures, and it has a hidden spine. I just thought the cover was pretty. It's very vintage looking. I think the book was the actual title page is in here, so I'll have to check it and see. But I think it's something like 1897. I used a few pages from the original book. So this is one of those Tim Holtz little plates that you put on your cover. I don't know what they call them, but anyway, I attached that, put a couple of brads in there, and then I actually used some glue too. And so the elastic can come around that little button. Makes a nice little closure, and put a couple of beads on there just to make it more interesting and to make it easier to find the closure. And then just a little replica of a key. This is actually going to be my price tag for the farmer's market, but eventually, when I sell it, that comes off. Okay, so the inside cover was really pretty, and I decided to leave it. It had a spot here where there was a sticker, a price tag, obviously. So when I took that off, did pull some of the, I wish they wouldn't put stickers on the insides of these books, but they do. So this is the fabric that covers up the spine area, which I reinforced with Tyvek. And then here is my hidden spine, which is made out of Craft Tex. I put a pocket here just to hide where the brads and the button is attached. So that works out really great. So this is an old postcard. I don't know where this place is. It says Sterling Combustioneth Abbey. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so both signatures start with some of my vintage wallpaper, and the wallpaper is fragile and it cracks when you fold it, so I did glue tissue paper on the back side of it to give it some support and stability, and that works out really well. See if I'm in frame okay. And so the pocket here has a page from this book that I love. It's called Living on the Earth, and this is a page about making your own mobile home. So a mattress thrown in the back of a pickup truck. A sheet of plastic can be thrown over the bars in case of foul weather. A simple summer home with a good motor and a view. What a nice idea, huh? The Ritz. A bus, school or VW, or a milk or mail van. A skylight of plexiglass helps. Hammocks are fold-away beds. Fishnet wall pockets keep things visible and unbroken, maybe. So anyway, since this is called The Discovered Country, and I feel like it's kind of would be a good travel journal, I thought I'd throw that in there. So handmade paper. There's the title page, and I'm sure the date's on the back. 1889. Yeah, 1889. Woo, it's an old one. But this page, even though it was kind of fragile, I was able to use it by stitching it to some fabric. This is a print of just a piece of tapestry material I have, which I thought would look nice in here. And then on the back side, some old tents from an old catalog. an old, this is an old school paper from like the 40s or the 50s, I think. It was in a scrapbook I have. Just a little stitching with some old fabric there. And this library pocket is a little birthday card. Kind of like how it fits in here like this. Page from a children's book about a good boy. This is a map of an area in California, not sure where. Old ledger page. This is a page from a yearbook. This is a pressed flower inside a little bit of wax paper. Washi sticker. So this is the center of the signature, and I took some old book pages and stitched them down, and then underneath is a paper doily, which actually could go this way. I'm not sure which way I want to have it, but it could. And same on this side, there's the other one. So I think I'll just keep them tucked in there. What's the rest of that yearbook page? The ledger page. Children's book. Stitched for reinforcement. Little napkin collage. It's a little cluster. It's a page from the shorthand book. And then on the back side is the rest of this page, which makes a pocket for this picture, which I thought was kind of cute. So somebody wrote their name and then 1891, and I think that was probably from this book. And also there's some other writing here too, which I haven't tried to figure out how to read it yet. It's kind of a scrawl. So here's the back pocket of the first signature, and isn't this a beautiful postcard? It's Paris, and the writing up here is French, so I don't know what it says, but it's very pretty. My business card, which I always include. Second signature, different wallpaper. Don't these look great? I just love these old wallpapers. So same thing, I glued tissue paper on the back to reinforce it. And here's a tag I made. Some vintage fabric here. Old book page. Atlas page with an embossed design on it and some stenciling with spray inks. Edith Holden page and a print of one of my sister's paintings. This is actually a little cabin that's near her house. We call it Clark's Cabin. And you can see there's roses climbing up on the roof. Occasionally there's someone living in it, but a lot of the times it's empty, and it's just so cute. It's and then just down the path from it is a wonderful swimming hole, and which we lots of times love to go swimming in. This is some wrapping paper. Page from a children's book, the rest of the Edith Holden page. A pocket made out of a paper bag, and a picture of some girls and one boy, I believe, or maybe that is a girl, going on an adventure. So in this envelope, here's a little card I made out of a Monopoly, or a tag I made out of a Monopoly card, and parts of a bird. This is some dyed paper I buy at a little shop near where I live. I love this one lady. She dyes it herself, and it's beautiful, beautiful paper. The colors are so intense. I couldn't even figure out what I would want to put next to it, so I just left that page blank. This was part of a magazine page. I just liked how those trees looked. A page from my flow book, which I had tea dyed. So here's another pocket with some collage on it. This is a napkin with toile design on it, which I love. Let's Go Get Stoned from a songbook I have. Might be the Joe Cocker one. Some writing, extra writing space. This is from an old science book. It's about how seeds are spread. And a tag made from an old book page and some washi sticker. And this is an old photo. This guy's really dressed up. It says Clark Studio postcard, so apparently people would have their pictures made into postcards. So here's the rest of the envelope, and just tip the bird's head and it opens. Inside is another piece of that wallpaper made into a little checkbook style notepad. A lot of the paper in this is just old book pages, which I always save those blank pages and I love to use them, even if I have to do some stitching to put them in. Edith Holden page and children's book and a little cluster. Some more of that atlas. I loved how this was actually just like a mop-up paper, but after I was done using it to mop up the ink, I really liked it. So, and this actually is the same paper as this, so I managed to save that and include it in the journal. And then in this pocket, a little tag with some wallpaper and napkin collage, and an old postcard. This is a print from by William Bijtwijk, Dutch painter back in the early 1600s. But that's not how old the card is, but it is pretty old. So that's the end. So I've been busy this week. I've gotten this and the little princess journal and another one, which I'm going to do a video on next. So thanks for watching.